is Kent Sommer. I'm a Glendora resident, father of 3 kids that actually are going to Glendora schools at the moment. I'm actually here to briefly talk about the recent restriction that was made that prohibits Glendora soccer from practicing until after 5 p.m. at the schools. I'll fully acknowledge that there's a shortage and a lack of public parks in Glendora. That does not fall on the school. That's something that the city needs to fix. But I think what makes Glendora a fantastic community is the fact that the schools and many people come together when the city lacks funds or resources to allow for great things to happen in our community, such as youth sports and youth soccer. I've been coaching for 5 years, Glendora Youth Soccer. There's never been an issue with daycare or any of the students or any conflicts or anything. So I'm really not sure what recently happened that caused this change. But I'm sure whatever did happen, there's a solution that can allow for the students and the kids to participate in sports so that they're not having to practice at night in the dark, which not allowing them to practice till after 5 will do. I currently coach a team. My wife coaches a team. We have 24 kids between the 2 of us and our 2 teams. 20 of those 24 kids are Glendora Public Unified School students. Many of your students after school go to daycare. Many more of your students, your kids, your students come back to school an hour or so later and participate in these youth sports programs. And they're great programs. And we're happy that the city puts them on and the school helps. But I don't understand, and I don't think whatever is suddenly stopping and preventing you from having, or this restriction, why it came about, I really feel like there's a solution that can be made to allow your students, again, your kids and your students to participate in these sports by allowing it and by not making it until 5. I'm sure you see it out there. It's really not possible to get this all in. And again, I would hope that, I really don't know why the restriction came about. I don't know who implemented it or what happened, but I implore, I request that you speak to these individuals, that you work with daycare. Again, I've coached for many years, never had an incident with daycare. There's plenty of spaces at the field. I'm sure something could come about to be for a solution for everyone, and I hope that you'll do something. Soccer season only lasts for another 6 weeks or so. I hope that you'll reverse it or come up with a solution soon so that, again, your students and your kids aren't harmed and they can participate in great community events. I know how important physical education is. I know you guys are proponents of it. This is a way that they get it through the community. So please do whatever you can, I request, to figure out a way to allow those sports practices to go forward as planned after.
I need to ask a quick clarification, Mr. Sommer. Which site are you referring to, or sites? Is it elementary level? Is it middle school?
It's my understanding that in all the elementary schools, and that started today, practices, which usually used to be able to start at 4 p.m., are not allowed to start until after 5 p.m. And so Sellers, Cullen, LaFetra, where we have most of our practices, I understand that Goddard we still can because that is up on the football field, city, but that the recent restriction applies to all elementary school fields for Glendora Youth Soccer, that we cannot go there and schedule practice until after 5 p.m., whereas just last week we could at 4 p.m.
We're going to go ahead and call you because I don't think that is what we...
Okay, we got something from the division director and the Glendora Youth Soccer president notifying all coaches of this just last week. And then, like I said, we've received just that notification that you can't schedule practices at 4. My other son's team, his coach contacted him today and said, we'll be cramming ourselves into the FATRA with other teams at 5 because we can no longer coach or practice at 4. So if this is a misunderstanding, that'd be wonderful, and that'd be the best news ever. But just so you know, that is the communication that Glendora Youth Soccer is sending out to all coaches.
Thank you. That's good to know. And our Assistant Super of Business Services would be happy to go outside and meet with you and talk to you about that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so